So it all starts tonight in the dog pound. And I would agree with Morency in the sense that 45 and raining is candy ass. That's just not cold.
Well,
it's chilly and it's wet. That's it. Let's not get ridiculous here. I walked out today with no coat on, right to the car, and it was raining and 40 degrees, and I was like, oh, it's a little Nipsey Russell, whatever.
Well, look, I know that Gabe got that weather report. I mean, I looked a few minutes ago as well, and obviously every weather report is somewhat different. I mean, they've got wintry mix with up to 2 inches of snow through 10:30, 11 o'clock. So, I mean, they got some white stuff falling down.
We got a wintry mix.
I don't think it's just going to be raining in 45 the whole night there. I think that you will get to see some flurries, but we're not talking about, the Snow Bowl here. I mean, it's not like they're not going to be able to move. There's going to be some room to run between the Steelers and the Browns tonight. But, people hear the word weather in a football game, and they automatically just start running to, oh, this game's an under. Oh, this game's an under. Don't worry, they're not scoring. This is a 10-7 game. Most of the time, not the case. Does it happen sometimes? Sure. They do start Week 12 tonight in Cleveland at the Dog Pound. It's a Friday staple on Coast to Coast, but a day early this week on a Thursday because they're playing tonight. Mike Tomlin's weekly words of wisdom.
The environmental component has our attention, man. Thursday night in a hostile division environment is something that we need to be ready for. We've been really fortunate in road game environments this year in terms of the support of our fans and their ability to acquire tickets, man. D.C., Atlanta, Vegas, Denver, etc. I don't know that that's going to happen in Cleveland. I know as a collective we better be prepared for a hostile environment, the Dog Pound, etc. And so we got some new people, whether they're new to us and new to the National Football League, that need some quick education while we do the physical work that's necessary to position ourselves for performance. You learn about yourself every week, but when the variables change, primetime football, road football, etc., the short week is a component of it as well. I'm excited about seeing the maturity level, the professionalism of this group as they embark on the preparation associated with a short week.
I mean, he gets them all in. He really does. The words of wisdom.
Mike Tomlin's weekly words of wisdom as they get ready for primetime football, division football tonight on a Thursday. Get acclimated to all of the elements this evening for them.
Especially if you're new to the league.
New to the league or new to the team, he said. Russell Wilson's new to the team, of course. 4-0, though, as the Steelers starter. He's got 942 passing yards and 7 touchdowns.
He's horrible.
Just remember, they thought, cooked. He was finished in Denver. Just absolutely finished. But that has not been the case so far in Pittsburgh. On the other side, it's been a bad year in Cleveland. They're 2-8 now. They got off to a very bad start with Deshaun Watson, who eventually got hurt. And that means that Jamis Winston has now been in there leading the offense at the quarterback position. They actually obviously score more points since Jamis has been in there because Watson's a hack now. But one thing you can always get out of Jamis is you're going to get a pretty decent quote. Excited to be part of the Pittsburgh-Cleveland rivalry starting tonight.
I believe, regionally, Pittsburgh is right down the road east of us. So it's about 2.5 hours right of us. And I think that breeds the rivalry, I don't think a lot of people talk about Cincy down south. I think there's more in-state. But just growing up, seeing the blood, sweat, and tears that happen in these games. Like, these games are a hard-nosed, hard-fought, true definition, cold weather football game. Football weather, football game. Like, this is the premiere. When you're growing up watching NFL films, hearing that amazing voice come on when you see the Steelers, and then he always talk about the Raiders, but the Steelers are in the Browns division, so this is a big game, and we got to get this for our fans.
There he is, Jamis.
Famous Jamis talking about John Facenda. The autumn winds.
The autumn winds, as they. I mean, those were so great. when they used to do that. Everything is so different now. It's just not the same.
I did the top 10 show for 15 years, and then COVID, that was the end of it. They never did it again, which was a fail. That was a fail.
They have not done the top 10 show since then. They stopped doing it, and it's one of those things that one day they'll come back to it, right? Like 10 years from now, we should do those top 10s again. We can at that point, you can basically do them all again, right? Because you have so many more years of play in the league that you can kind of do things over at that point. That's probably what they're waiting for in terms of doing it. 3.5 for the Steelers here tonight, and this total sits at 36.5 with the wintry mix expected to fall this evening in Cleveland.
John Facenda is not walking through that door. Larry Bird is not walking through that door. Anyway, it's the Steelers. I'm done with all the, weather and wintry mix and famous Jamis and John Facenda and voodoos and gouging out the voodoo dolls' eyeballs and nose, plucking their fingers. I've had enough. Steelers getting involved again with their, according to the sex toy, he said they're anemic offense. They're a terrible quarterback. They're 8th in the league running game. They're, multitude now of players that stand out, whether it's Watt, Minka, whether it's Pickens, Williams, Freiermuth, Najee, Hayward. I mean, I could sit here all day. They have way better players. They have a way better team. They have way better fans. They'll take over that stadium tonight, too. There'll be fistfights galore in the parking lot. Give me the Steelers.
I gave you all the bad Steeler numbers earlier in the week. I didn't want to give you all those again, but I did have one other number I'd give you. It also doesn't really link to the Steelers, but, I have to do these things. It's part of the job. Underdogs are 48-31. That's 61% against the spread in AFC North divisional games since 2018. So the Dogs have covered at 61% in the North, just like the Steelers did against the Ravens on Sunday in that matchup. So the Dogs have been good at covering, but we're not scared of that. We're not scared of all the voodoo and all the things that they want to try throw at you when it comes to the Steelers this week. We will continue to press on and
Steelers
lay the 3.5
than
tonight.
the Ravens, okay? They keep talking about how great the Ravens are on TV every week, that they're so invincible, and they're going to the Super Bowl and all this other bullshack. They just love to talk about the Ravens being better than the Chiefs. They said it all last year. They've said it this year. All they have to do is get them at home in the playoffs, and it's over, and that was a disaster as well. I mean, I don't even know why they do it anymore, where they're like, who's the best 3 teams in the AFC? Who's the best 5 teams in the NFL? Let's get this guy's list, that guy's list. Can we get a hot take over here? Can I get a tamale? Can I get a shot of tequila?
Gotta have a hot
tamale?
take.
I mean, honestly, where's your hot takes? Where's your oven-baked potatoes, Carver High? You got to have some taters.
I got tutties for tonight. Let's go. Let's do it, in fact, for the Steelers and the Browns. Now, I think the Steelers win. I think this is an under. And I'm going to buy in a little bit to the weather. Jalen Warren's been real good the last few weeks since he, started getting at 100%. First tutty for Warren tonight at 10-1. Play the anytime as well, which I think was about 220, 230 in that range. If Cleveland scores, I'll go with Chubb at 155. And how about the Steeler D at plus 650 tonight, getting either a pick or a fumble to the house? Let's go.
Can we get a hizzy?